button. Hello everyone. Hi. Hello. How's it going? So it took like 5 tries for me to actually start the stream, but we're started now, right? You can hear me? I'm here. I exist. Yes. Yes, maybe. Hello. Hi. Hello everyone. Hello. Hi. Hello. Hi. Hello. Hi. Hi. Hello. I wanted to make some changes to the stream output to hopefully provide the video at a higher quality across the board. Well, I tried to do that, and then I hit the start stream button. OBS crashed 4 different times, and it wouldn't let me connect the Twitch stream at all. So like, we're good, right? I have to check that the recording is happening. I have to check that everything is fine. All right, the recording seems good. I was going to surprise you with 2K streaming today. It was going to be 1440p as an option for your stream enjoyment. So you can blame Twitch for that not happening. But I think at least some of the changes are still here. So it maybe will look a little better still. But yeah, I had to basically revert everything. That was a weird one. But yeah, it's good. Hi, good to see you, everyone. I hope you're having a great time. I'll figure that out eventually, maybe. But I hope that it's good and stable for you. It's good to see everyone. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for coming to the stream. Also, I do have some unfortunate news to share with you all. The unfortunate news is that as I'm just getting news reports now. I'm just getting reports in. As of early this morning, the New Guy factory was found to be completely burnt to the ground. There was nothing left. Absolutely nothing left at the New Guy factory. It was gone. It's in cinders. It's in ashes. So there will be no more production of New Guys from the New Guy factory. That unfortunately it was destroyed by the New Guys. So we will be taking some time to rebuild the New Guy factory. This time we're going to set up pens for the New Guys so that when we print them out, they can't immediately start eating the employees. Or burn the building down. So we're taking precautions with the next time. It's going to take us a couple of months maybe to get back for any more New Guy production. But anybody that did order their New Guy, they did escape from the factory after burning the place down. So I hear that they will be taking the long journey to now walk to your house. So I wish you the best of luck. I hope that goes well for you. And I hope they don't attack you like they've been attacking everyone else. It's a pleasure. I will have updates. I will provide updates for the new guys' long march to reach your house whenever I get them. But please assume that it will be sometime in August for now, and I will let you know if there's any changes. Fingers crossed that it will be perfect. Is the soup made from the employees? No, but they did make a new soup out of the employees as they were leaving. Is that why I have 15 new guys who found their way to my front door these past few days? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't let them in, but don't worry about it. I expect social medias to be filled with everyone who received their new guy choking them. Yeah, no, please. It'll be a while, but when you get your new guy, please send me pictures on the social medias. You can, please feel free to tag Wrath Games for all of the pictures of the new guys. I would love to see them out in the wild. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. That'll be fantastic. But yes, I will let you know any changes that come with that in the future. Otherwise, welcome to the stream, everyone. We're at it. There's a dungeon. Anyway. So, like... we're pretty set, I feel. I think we're in a pretty good state right now, a pretty good spot. I could always upgrade my axe. We can always work on getting hunt marks and the like to perhaps purchase some items in the future. What? Do I have any nuts right now? I have 162 nuts. That's a lot of nuts. That's a lot of nuts. That does actually make me kind of curious if we could buy anything right now with the nuts. Maybe we'll go check that out real quick. I don't have to be here. Hold on. Wait a minute. Where would the hunt vendor be? Charlayan? Charlayan, okay, thank you. I don't think hi Callus. I don't think I've ever done a hunt gear in 14 outside of solo. So, yeah, I've got no, what are you? The hunt for specimens. The hunt? Hunt? Oh, wait. Wait a minute. Well, thank you, Zephyr, for the 5 gifted. It's very kind of you. Wrath, please don't say it like that. What do you mean? What are we talking about? That's the hunt unlock quest? Okay, perfect. I'm glad to see it. Glad to see it. Thank you very much for the 5 gifted members on the YouTubes. Thank you. It's very kind of you. Very kind indeed. Charlene? Doesn't watch cutscenes, so he doesn't know how to properly say Charlene. Is there no A? No, there's an A. It's Charlayan. If, you're just spelling it wrong. Oh, some radiant gear for Disciples of War. Wait a minute. I actually have enough hunt marks to get us a brand new axe. And you know what? For the first time since A Realm Reborn. That's how Ishola and Yorianche say it, so that's not wrong. Thank you, thank you. For the first time ever, since A Realm Reborn, we are going to preemptively upgrade to hunt gear. What a masterpiece. I believe, if I remember correctly with what I've been told, that rather than say that, let's just go check. This should be the limit for vendors. Right, let me see. Gemstone, apothecary, you don't matter, tool supplier, full plate armoire proprietor. What the heck? These are not the vendors I was hoping for. Maybe they're at Radzatan. Okay, hold on. We're going to Radzatan. I don't really have a way to get to Radzatan, do I? I have to walk there? Am I allowed in yet? Or do I have to wait till the story lets me go back in? No, not yet? Ugh. Okay. Well, even more reason. So, think you could go in if you talk to the guy? We'll give it a shot anyway, just because we teleported over here. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we're correct and we can't. The guy won't let us in. Yeah, that's fine. So, the things that I have been informed of is that theoretically, there should not be any more funny thingies. We won't be able to get any vendor gear to desynth in Endwalker. We will not have access to it. Do I need to find it out of bounds to bypass it? No, Ruby, that's okay. Thank you, though. It's fine. No, it's fine. I would like to just go poke by the vendor just to be super, super sure. But yeah, we can be pretty confident in that one. It's just nicer if I can show it. And then the next question is, realistically, we're also at a point now where poetics no longer have a use either. Poetics are now a useless item. Because we will be ending at 6.0. So we will never get the Endwalker Poetics vendor. Man, wow, that actually kind of makes me sick to my stomach to say that out loud. The ending for solo only is... Oh, what? Look at this. We can get in. We just can't teleport here. Okay, fine. Thank you. Thank you. Good to know. Good to know. Thank you. But yeah, the Poetics vendor is in Thavner, yes, but the problem is that we can't actually access the Poetic vendor until 6.0 is cleared. So until we have the quest Endwalker done, it's not unlocked. So wow, yeah, Merchant. What do you sell? Oh, a very strange assortment of potions. Very, very strange assortment, but okay. Script exchange and Splendor's vendor and materia vendor, materia melder. Materia vendor is actually really valuable. That's going to be very important. Yeah, and okay, and none of these will be unlocked until after 6.0 is complete. So after Solo has reached the end. So yeah, I must have just missed it in Old Charlian. Is it the full plate? For some reason, I read full plate proprietor, and the name was just so weirdly worded that I thought it was talking about like the thing. Wait a second. Where is it? The you know what I'm talking about. I don't remember what it's called or how to access it. Portraits, these. I thought it was talking about like the plates for the back of the portrait. So yeah, okay. That one is just my mistake then. I read it. Wait a second. Whoa. Tradecraft here. Anyway, yeah. Wow, the highest we can buy at all is the gear we already had access to in Shadowbringers, 515. Wow. We can't even do slightly higher level. The hunt gear is our best gear for the entire expansion. All right. So that makes this an even weirder thing to say. But as far as I know, this is the final weapon upgrade for Solo. Wow. That feels very strange. But okay. This is our last warrior axe upgrade. Our last forever. The only difference is just slotting materia into it. Do I have a prism on me? I do not. And that does also mean that this will be the last glamour prism we'll ever need. Very, very, very strange. Man. I feel like I haven't been here for a long time either. But that's fine. Where is Glamour Prism? There it is. Thank you very much. We cast our Glamour. The original Bill will join us for the final season, as will Steve. And with that upgrade, I mean that's it. Pictomancer was the last release, right? Pictomancer and Viper. So all of the new classes... Thank you for the unshrimp. Thank you, I shall. All of the new classes are 20 levels below max MSQ? So it'll be 2 expansions before Solo could even possibly get a better weapon than that. Wow, okay. That's crazy. And no, I have not been extracting materia from my chest piece to improve it because it has a 1% spirit bond and it has never changed from that. I don't really know how spirit bonding works, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm pretty sure I have to be fighting stuff near the level that gear is, so I'd have to be fighting level 100 enemies to be able to get spirit bond on this chest piece. And we won't ever see them. Or we won't ever see them at all. Okay. Basically, yeah, and you have to be synced. Be synced, XP gain equals progress from what you've read, but I've been synced. I was synced for Zot. And I'm still only the 1%. What about the job-specific gear? I think that's before the end of 6.0, but it's level 90. The artifact gear is weaker than the hunt gear. The hunt gear is updated at the end of the expansion. It's synced via roulettes. Okay, yeah. Alright. You just need to wear some spirit bond gear and some spirit bond potions and sync. Alright, I could take a peek at it. We can try, definitely, if that ends up being something that we need in future. But for now, I'm just about as set as I can be. Again, very weird thing to say, but we have the last axe that Solo only will ever get. And we're on to the Tower of Babil.
Now or never.
Okay, fingers crossed. One real solid attempt with the food I have. Oh, another forced NPC dungeon again. Okay, so at least... the initial hits, I can pretty comfortably gauge how much damage they'll be doing. 2,000 each and one that's hitting for 3Ks. That is rough. I'm assuming it's the Babil Nimrod here that's doing the most, so I kill this first. Okay. Fingers crossed. This will be easy. I remember genuinely nothing of Babil as well, so... I think out of most dungeons, this is one of the very few where I can't even remember final boss at all. And I think that's less of a Babil thing and more of a there was just so much stuff that happened in Endwalker that I can barely remember all of it. Don't remember the scientist? You mean the soul research data guy? My word, it's data! But that's in Stormblood. It has frogs? Oh, okay. Well, then it's a peak dungeon for you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the 29 months prison. Thank you. Very kind of you. Thank you. Thank you. You just finished the Warrior of Light SOS video and I had to say, wow. Just a big congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Very kind of you. You're so tedious. I want to play Dark Knight. I believe in you. You could get through it. It's fine. It's easy peasy. You just be like me. If you don't, you don't have to do all the reading. Skip any non-voiced cutscenes. That helps speed things along if you feel like it. There's no law that says you have to watch the cutscenes. I still have these NPCs. This is maybe the longest I've had NPCs in a dungeon. No, that's not true. The Lunar Bahamut dungeon, I had the one dragon for longer. But yeah, it's up to you. You take it slow, take it at your own pace. Maybe there's a character that you like, and so you watch all of their cutscenes. Maybe there's a specific story arc where you're so invested that you're reading everything. But like, you don't. It's 200 or 300 hours of story, you know? You don't have to read every single word. You can just hit the skip cutscene button and live your best life. I forgot that on 3 it is better to single target those. It was good to see you, doggy. Goodbye, doggy. Also, I have some updates for you on what is still my favorite anime of all time. Yesterday, they released a new episode for my favorite anime of all time, and I gotta tell you, it has upgraded itself from my favorite anime of all time to the greatest anime that's ever existed. And I will not be accepting opinions on that. So, if you weren't here for it previously when I was talking about it, I enjoy... Oh god, this ad pull is miserable. sorry, this takes a little bit more attention than I thought it would when I started this sentence. Have to, okay. Anyway, yeah, Exiled Heavy Knight, right? I purposefully enjoy, one of my favorite things to do for watching anime is I like hunting down just the worst anime of all time. I want it to be the most horrific, terrible anime you've ever seen in your life. And that is one of my favorites, okay? That's how it gets on the favorite list. It needs to be terrible. It needs to be horrific. It needs to be the worst story of all time. And then it goes on my favorites list, all right? This is how I enjoy the anime experience. Because, God, is it so much funnier when I just get to see the worst story writing of all time. It's just so good. Anyway, but basically, the last one I did was... the last one I picked up was called The Exiled Heavy Knight Knows How to Game the System, okay? This anime is an out-of-body experience. This thing... Oh, God. Okay, hold on. This monstrosity of an anime. Great time, beautiful experience. Oh my God, he killed the guy. Just perfection at every single moment of it. It's every single background, every scene, everything is 3D rendered, and then they draw the characters 2D on top of it. It is the most over-animated characters I've ever seen in my life. Like, you gotta understand. I'm sitting here, they do one scene, he turns his head to the left, and his hair goes on a 3-year journey. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. And it comes with an additional bonus that this tiny little psychotic anime is just... They're so proud of their 3D backgrounds. They're so proud of them that there are major sections of the anime where it's just shots of the background scenes. No characters, no sentences, nothing. Absolute zero. Just scenes of the back. Just pretty pictures and scenery. God. Alright, the vuln up doubled my vulnerability, actually. That's a little scary. Because I just took 40k instead of 20k from that party stack. But at least ground and pound is a very easy one to dodge. So the last episode released, okay? And I'm really going to do my best to not exaggerate this, okay? The first 5 minutes of the episode... Ow. That's bad, actually. Hold on. I need to pay attention. Okay, and then I have Vengeance back up for next one. Thunder Call, I just have to dodge a lot earlier because this is a fast cast. Okay, one stacks are gone. So as I was saying, the first 5 minutes of this episode, no joke, genuinely, I'm not joking. It starts a minute and a half using the exact same, frame for frame, the exact same, like, introductory scenes that they did in episode 1. Okay? Like, the overarching shots of the family banner, and then all of the characters showing up for a bit, and all of the future thing. They spoil the entire anime. Everything that happens in the future has a flash frame of it happening at one point during this. And then, after a minute and a half of literally the exact thing that they put in the first episode, then we get to the opening, okay? We get to the opening right after that. The opening goes for another minute and a half. And then, for the next 2 minutes, it is a frame-for-frame repeat of just the scenes at the end of the last episode. Like, nothing, genuinely, no difference. They just ripped the last 2 minutes out of the previous episode and threw it in this one for fun. Just for funsies. Not even like to try and give you a recap of things, but like actively just padding time. For no purpose. And oh my god, it's the whole goal of the episode was they're fighting a bunch of undead in a graveyard for a promotion exam for the guild, okay? Big and fancy. Big and fancy. Oh my god. We're 5 minutes into the episode now, right? We're 5 minutes in of literally nothing happening this whole episode. Now, things start to happen, okay? We have, theoretically, 18 minutes of episode left. In those 18 minutes, they proceed to reuse the same 4 scenes just about 12 or 20 times total. And then literally nothing happens. Literally nothing. I'm saying this dude fights a couple of ghouls on screen, like 3 of them, kills 20 of them off screen. Some dude cries in a corner for a while. They attack the big boss guy a single time. He eats the ghouls. He evolves into the super boss. And then the episode ends. I was genuinely just fully in tears, laughing at this episode. It was maybe the best piece of media ever produced. It doesn't get better than that. It doesn't get better than that. Oh, it was so good. I love this anime so much. It's the best thing I've ever watched. It has to be. There's nothing better than this. What show could this possibly be? The exiled heavy knight knows how to game the system. is the anime name. This is the kind of anime that you do not watch on your own for like actual anime purposes. This is the kind of anime that you get a group of friends and you sit down specifically just to laugh at how terrible the show is. And that's the reason you're watching it, okay? So just keep that in mind. But like, I highly suggested, genuinely highly suggested, what an absolute euphoric out-of-body experience, thinking that human beings made this. People looked at these scenes and looked at this final episode and said, yeah, ship it. Oh, it's so good. There's it's just absolute perfection, and it makes me very happy. So I highly suggest that if you ever want to laugh, if you ever want just the best anime time of all time. And then, you know, we were watching this anime. Me and the Ghost were watching this anime together. And she's sitting there saying, who made this? Is this like the first anime this studio has ever made? And so we looked into it, and oh golly gee willikers, did it get so much better. Because no, there are many anime that this show has made, that this studio has made, and one of them, she saw it and she lost her mind, because one of them is actually one of a very beloved anime for her, called The Masterful Cat is Depressed Again Today, I think. So we went and watched an episode of that, and oh my god, it's just as good. It's just as good. It's the most insane thing I've ever looked at in my life. Yeah, there's nothing else I can say other than this studio might be a permanent favorite for me of all time. I think Gohan's has truly carved out the perfect niche of just the craziest camera shots you could possibly imagine. And the PlayStation 1 can produce mind-boggling effects. Like, it's so good. It makes me so happy. So yeah, I have another anime to add to the list of things that I need to watch when I really want to laugh at animation. And that's the rest of The Masterful Cat. Because also, I will say that I can understand why she liked Masterful Cat so much. Because when it's not an anime that's like taking itself super seriously, like they do with Exiled Heavy Knight, it's a really funny and actually really cute style to go with, you know? So it's good. It's a very nice time. I'm not slandering Masterful Cat. I just said how much I liked it. It's a really, really cute show. It is a very, very good one. Sorry, that was the Ghost DMing me separately and yelling at me for slandering Masterful Cat. I genuinely enjoyed Masterful Cat. It was very cute. It also has the bonus of it is the same insane camera style and random scenery shots for most of an episode that I get with this anime. So there's no negatives for me. This is just perfection. Will I survive? Yes. Especially because blood wedding shields make. So we do make that. So yeah, that's been my anime recently. I have a very comprehensive ranking system that I use for all of the purposefully terrible shows that I watch. The best possible rank is the one that I'm giving Exiled Heavy Knight of this is genuinely the funniest thing ever, whether it's trying to be or not, and you have to watch it. It's so good. There's the absolute bottom of the barrel of they crossed one of the lines that I refused to allow media to cross, and so I stopped watching them and will never return, and mostly forgot their names. And then there's the eternal listing of the eternal terrible point of I was bored, and so like you couldn't even be bad enough to be funny. Like that is the worst score you can get, just the bottom of the barrel. Like last night we were looking up something, I can't remember what it was. But there was another one that came up with it. Oh no, it was when we looked up the Masterful Cat Has Depression again. There was another one that came up in the search that was like I was reborn into a falling noble family, so I might as well master magic. That sounds like exactly the kind of funniest anime of all time that I'm putting on the list immediately. So I threw up one episode of it, and I was like, this is gonna be great. I am fully seated. I am excited. I'm ready to go. And like, it was just the most, I am babbling right now. I'm just kind of babbling on about anime. Oh, you mean the dungeon. Haha, see what I did there? That's a funny joke. Anyway, what was it? Sorry. The problem with that one was mostly its pacing. The most insane pacing I've ever seen in my life. What could have possibly convinced someone that this was correct? It went from character is born, or a character talk to God, character get reincarnated, character is born, character is 12 years old and looks like a fully grown man. Okay, cool. All right. Character has a class with their brother, in which the teacher says, you two have to learn about magic in your textbooks now. Whether you can use it or not, it is important that you know what it is because you are a noble. Okay, cool. We have set up the magic thing. Genuinely on screen 1 month later. It cuts to him in a forest, casting magic from a book, and everyone freaking out like, whoa, you learned to cast magic in a month? That's crazy. Whoa, what? And then maybe another bit, a little bit after that, he goes over and it's like, wow, we can't let your father or your brother who's going to become the Duke find out.
I'm sure I'll need the entertainment.
Thank you, Bright Star. I hope your visit goes very well. I hope it goes well. But yeah, so I'm doing the fine. Congratulations. We're getting to a weird point now. We've time skipped a month. He's looking at he's talking to his dad, about him learning magic, which apparently 5 minutes ago he was not supposed to be doing because it might put him in the succession race, and then he'll be a target and he can't just learn magic. So we just kind of forgot about that immediately. Like frame one, we forgot about that. The greatest anime setup. I love that kind of stuff. That's perfect. That's what I'm talking about. Absolute zero consistency. And then, it takes a turn for the worse because once again, the main problem with this show is its pacing. So he's talking to dad about, wow, you're so good at learning magic. Let me know any magic book you want and I'll get it for you. And he's like, wow, really? That's so cool of you. Thank you. And he's very excited. And then his dad gets pulled away and is just like, oh, he's on the property? We gotta deal with him. And then they leave. So the kid walks into the forest to mess around with the new grimoire and learn some magics. We find a random guy sitting by a tree. He says, uh-oh, I've been caught. You better turn me in. And he's like, what are you talking about? And then he decides in that moment, okay, I'll be your magic master. And then is like, hey, can you cast this spell? And yeah, I can. And then he does it. And then, wow, can you cast this spell? And then he does. And that goes on for about 2 minutes. And then he's like, wow, all right, you're not like the other nobles. Here, have this ring, which is actually secretly a super grimoire that has all of the grimoires ever in it. But actually, it doesn't have this really mundane and random grimoire that you just got delivered from your maid, so that I can use this as the story point to tell you that you can put spells from grimoires that you've never seen into the ring by absorbing them. Whoa! Okay, and then it immediately cuts 1 month later. I have nothing else I could say about that one. That one is on the boring list, unfortunately, but getting to go back and talk through it again and remember all of the things that just happened in it is very funny. Very funny. Even though that's on the boring list, I'm never going back to it. It's pretty funny looking back at what the heck happened. It sucks that it was so boring to watch all of that happen in sequence. Because theoretically, that should be one of my funniest things of all time. That should be absolutely hilarious to see all of those things suddenly magically happening back to back. It's just, that's the kind of thing I'm looking for. But that one was a failure. A tragic failure. It gets hit with the too boring to ever pick back up. Maybe one day if I'm desperate. And then I decided, okay, fine. But this reminded me of another anime that I know exists. That won't be a terrible anime watch. This is me actually checking to see if it's kind of a good anime. Because I read the manga for it for a long time. And it was like very, very actually funny. Like it was trying to be funny and it was a funny manga. Really weird sexualization of basically every character in the entire thing. But other than that, I've watched enough of these terrible shows that I'm kind of numbed to it. But other than that, it was very funny. Because it does one of my favorite types of humor of when your character is so big and fancy that they don't have to care about things, you actually lean into that. And then somebody's giving the really long, monotonous villain speech We get the villain monologue happening. Everything's going, oh, I'm so evil and powerful. You'll never be able to defeat me. And then you just cut back to the character and they're a tiny, like, chibi version of themselves in a corner, dancing around or something, or like wiggling or poking at some sticks on the ground. Those are great. That always gets me. I think this one was... Again, I can't really recommend this one because it has... every character in this show is very weirdly sexualized. Like, it's just in the art style that they chose, I think, that the whole show just kind of is fan service. So it's not great, but it's kind of funny. So if you're able to stomach fan service, which, I mean, depending on the day, I can't even, but if you're able to stomach that, then you should be able to just find it with 7th Prince or just typing in 7. But something about being reborn as the 7th Prince and then mastering magic, which is why I thought of it immediately after watching the terrible failed noble reborn mastering magic, because it was definitely 1-for-1 to that. 7th Prince, really, really funny show. Very, very funny. Really funny manga as well. And they did a perfect job of moving the art style of like the little chibi characters over. Genuinely flawless. And oh my god, it's so nice to watch a show that has a budget. What a beautiful animation. Beautiful. Genuinely beautiful. It's one of the best I've seen in a long time. Just as like reference point, I'd put it on par with like Kimetsu no Yaiba. Like absolutely insanely beautiful animation style and work when they're taking it seriously and when things are actually happening. And then just the funny chibi cuts, just to top it all off, just for me, as a little treat. I've actually been looking for an anime like that for a while, something that's actually very high budget and just absolutely gorgeous, because sometimes you gotta... I don't know what this is. Minimum? Okay. No, wait, go back. Okay. Understood. This is the frog that Han was talking about. Oh. What? Oh, okay. Just a cross grid. I thought I was gonna have to frog and like move them or something. I was very worried. I do agree health-wise these bosses seem very comfortable, but I will also chalk that up to me having the axe. We're frogged. I have not seen To Be Hero X. I'm not really sure what it is. But I did get, like, Twitter spoiled for one scene of, like, a thing that happens. And looking at the one thing I know about the show, I'm like, this is going to emotionally devastate me. So I'm maybe not gonna do that just yet. Chakrams, it won't attack me. I didn't actually pay attention, but do I get attacked during this at all? I don't think I do. Does my damage change when I'm mini? 4,500 Storm's Path. Okay, all of them crit going there, so I can't check off that one. 5k Storm's Path. Alright, so I probably lose a little bit there. That seems like more than just variance, but it's not very much, at least. This boss is easy. This is one of those dodge the lines on the floor bosses. So we're all set and good. And I will be clear this very soon. Wonder if Malord would be interested in Other Side Picnic. I don't know what Other Side Picnic is. But I like Restaurant to Another World, so if it's anything similar, yeah, I'd love that. No, don't toad me. Thank you. It looks like there's actually no consequences to Breathless until you get a certain amount of stacks on that debuff. So, I can even just take that as a little bonus for me. And just keep DPSing there between the actual resets of it. It's just a Doom at 8? Okay. Perfect. Yeah, 46 is about a 500 difference. That's not enough. It's like a 10% DPS loss, that sounds like. So, not nearly enough for me to care. Overwhelmingly easy bosses so far this dungeon. First boss was scary damage-wise, but I'm pretty okay at managing the damage for most of it. Okay. And yeah, no tank buster, no party stack. This is a nothing boss. This is great for me. And a really good time save. I'm gonna have a stupid amount of time for final. Genuinely the most time I've had on a final boss in, like, at least 2 expansions, I think. Not since early Stormblood, maybe, at best. Yeah, you're right. Getting a bone stack is basically irrelevant. I could just tank those chakrams. I'm not going to for right now, because again, the damage down is pretty negligible. And yeah, this bare minimum gives me a lot of time to comfortably learn final boss. This boss also feels really, really good to fight just because I have so many little optimizations that I get to do in the middle of it. The main reason that I've Ragager is just to dodge the Magitech missiles, honestly. I don't know if those Magitech missiles are actual Magitech missile casts. If it's a real Magitech missile, then that's gravity damage, and so I don't want to deal with it. And gravity damage will do too much to me for me to be able to comfortably check it. I won't even have another tincture to use for this boss. I should do Vengeance when we're getting the Magitech explosive phase, because that's a long period of time for just auto attacks and nothing else from them. Yeah, if I had it on now, I'd get the most DPS out of Vengeance. And goodbye. Oh, goodbye. Thank you. Okay, Lord Xenos. Love that guy. That's my favorite guy. Made that guy at the new guy factory. Okay, yeah, that's 45 minutes. I have half of the dungeon time for just the last third of the dungeon. Okay. I'm gonna need it with cutscenes like this. Final boss is Anima. Oh, I do remember this. Okay, I have plenty of space for deaths. I have plenty of space for whatever we need to get through this. I just have to remind myself that, it's groups of 3, so Fell Cleave is better. Three, 2, nope, okay, need a heal to get me there. Yeah, please try to not put any major mechanic spoilers in chat. I haven't been reading too much, but we shall see. Claw hands, near reference. I wish that was the sort of thing like at the start of the one Wind Dungeon Zelphatol, I think. I wish it was like that, where I could have the ads in that and they'd constantly be taking damage from the AoE. I think that would be sick. I think they haven't done stuff like that since Heavensward, right? I'm pretty sure that's when Zelphatol was. Honestly, that Hexadrum is worse to handle on its own than it is in the group, so if I get more pulls like that, I kill Hexadron first. That one is gonna be bad. A Rotor for Tank Buster plus a Babil gunship is gonna be rough. I hope it's real gunship, and so all it does is cast. I Rotor first. This one is going to suck. We watch for the HP drop from a Tank Buster. I did not need to equilibrium, that was a waste. And I might die for that, so let's just be careful. Eight seconds. Have to shield. Is that the same one? No, that was the different. Okay, perfect. That's full cycle. I need to run. Okay, perfect. That one's gonna be bad, I think. I'm a little worried about the Hyper Tunes. They're normally very high damage auto attacks, but we'll see. I can barely live the full length of Bloodwetting cooldown, but not comfortably, so It's gonna take a lot for me to get between them. Should have stunned a different one. Okay, no pull has been particularly bad since the second one, aside from the second one, but second one wasn't too bad either. We had one point where we had to run for proper heals and otherwise, but I think we're set. Last ads hopefully will be fine, but I have 30 seconds on Big Burst. And worst case, I can hold for that to kill one of these hyper-tuned. Rotor doesn't have its tank buster, so I don't care about it. Yeah, hyper-tuned are a lot. That's 4k autos. Just wanted the extra heal, and back to AoEs. Okay. Okay. Okay, comfortably back to full. Hyper-tuned first. And then anima. Okay. I want to try and not use too many cooldowns when I'm just about to jump into boss. Okay. Final boss. Fingers crossed. Nice and easy. We actually have plenty of time to watch the cutscene for once. Icon of icons. Okay, I have no memory of this boss other than I think it has a tail. I've got 32 minutes. I'm gonna hold tinctures for a bit and see if there's anything I need it for. Good luck. 5400 auto. 5400 auto. Lunar Nail is AoE. No, it's not. That's actual mechanic. Not as extreme of a mechanic as I thought. We are in a dungeon after all, that's fine. Mega Graviton. That's not a good thing to see. At least it's only one. Okay. Single tether is very nice. Anime begins feeding on souls. Oh god. Alright, that is not a sit and tank it. That is a runaway. Perfect. No idea. Oh, it does have a tail! Okay, tail is not a tail. That's a head. Oh, there's two bosses. Okay, this is charging something. Please tell me this thing doesn't have to die in that time. There's no way. It's not dying anywhere near fast enough. I would be much further along, right? %, right? 50% will be enough? And then we do this twice? Please, please, please tell me it's 50%. It is under 50%, and I'm not back. Okay. Wow. Good luck. Dang it, man. Oh. Seeing so many of those hit 0, I got my hopes up. Wow. That is absolutely insane. Nothing survives party stacks from boss 1. Genuinely no class survives those party stacks on level sync. Wow, okay, oh god. That's full stop. It's a full enrage, so that kills me through invuln. There's nothing I can do about that. On level sync, has Samurai lived worse? No. No, it hasn't. On level sync, my Samurai has died to less. Much less. There's no way we can handle that, first boss's party stacks. They happen way too often and deal, I mean, unmitigated 30,000 damage to a tank. So, to any non-tank, that's gonna be like upwards of 60, 70k. Hi, not Janet. Hello, how's it going? Thank you for the raid. It was very kind of you. Wow. Does unsync double my DPS? I think Silence Echo does. I don't even think I would need unrestricted. Because then we get full stats from chest piece. Plus primal. Dungeons do not have echo, but they do have, they get epic echo, or not, yeah, they get epic echo if you unsync into them, not the regular echo. Stream for 7 minutes, get major left, it's rated out, pretty sure graphics card is tagged. No, not like mine. Good luck. Okay. Yeah, no, I think I do this in 1 or 2 more tries pretty comfortably, but it's a good thing I upgraded my axe, I guess, because we are gonna need it. Golly gee willikers, I need every last bit of DPS we could get our hands on. We will be stopping in to the Shadowbringers hunts first to get as much hunt gear as we can, and then I'll pop back in. Give me a second, I'm gonna take a quick break, and then we'll go. Okay, hello. So let's pop into Charlayan. Because I need to check out the hunt vendor and see how much things cost. Just a shame, literally everything else in the dungeon is very easy to manage. Then the DPS check says hello. Yeah, no, that one is insane. I wasn't full stat capped for it, but the difference in stats between the high qual level 80 and the tombstone gear and level 84 gear is like nothing. I'm pretty sure my tombstone gear is actually still better than the level 84 sets. It's a good point though, it's a good note. We shall see. Boom, 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 boom. Do 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 do. We'll never need chess piece. 70 for small pieces and 120 for pant. So if I go pant, that'd be a pretty significant upgrade. The accessories would also be good, but I don't think anywhere near as significant as the pant. We will see. Maybe if I could get like 3 accessories, it would be worth it. We are on to Shadowbringers first. And I guess we'll grab the hunts that we have available right now. What are you? Okay, can't do that one yet. I will accept whatever I can at this exact moment. We will pop over to Crystarium and grab the Crystarium hunts, and then we've got some hunting to do. Helicoptering in 3 hours. Wish me luck. Good luck. I wish you the best. Wish you the absolute best. I truly believe in you. I truly believe. What am I doing? 70 sights of the first? No. Don't care about sightseeing logs. Aspiring Skywatch. The middle of nowhere. Minstrel from another mother. I have some of the sightseeing logs, right? Board. There it is. The Elite Nut. The 3 Nut. The 2 Nut. And the 1 Nut. We have returned to the nutting era. We will once again nut in chat. Probably every week for a while. Until I have plenty for gear. So let's take a quick peek. I guess we'll go for the Elite Mark first. Amarang, I think that's Western Amarang. Twang. But my lord, you'll go blind. I don't know what you're talking about. Did we really have to say it like that? I don't know what you mean. What do you mean? It's the nutting era? We're getting the nuts. We are, unfortunately, because of the gear requirements for this, we're going to have to nut as much as possible. So, let me actually just pull up XIV Hunt and find it that way. Boom, boom. Do you think they'll give us a new hunt currency in Evercold? Did we get a new hunt currency for Dawn Trail? If so, no. If not, yes. You think XIV Hunt isn't very solo of you? You're correct. Actually, no you're not. I can read a book. I can read all of the resources online that I want. This is the wrong thing. I'm not looking at Endwalker. I'm looking at Oh, it is east side. Unfortunate. Oh, no, it could also spawn down here. That's fine. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. I'm very, very excited for Evercold. Can you, Wrath? Can you read a book? No. Okay, maybe you're wrong. Maybe you're right. Maybe I can't read a book. But I'm slowly learning to read by reading chat. So just remember, every time you send a message in chat, you are helping me to become literate. How far could the new guy get in solo Final Fantasy 14? Like playing on his pooter himself? Probably not very far. He doesn't really have big hands with which to hit a large keyboard. But him as a creature, he would probably clear the whole thing without exceptions, unlike me. How many exceptions am I at now? 3? 4? Crystal Tower. Oh, there you are. Hey, little buddy. Crystal Tower. Hades, which is just the inevitability of time. And I'll go back and make not an exception once Evercold releases. And, I forgot about this. And Seed of Sacrifice, which will always require it. So... The Fields of Amber. So theoretically, once Evercold is out, 2 exceptions. Prior to Evercold, 3 exceptions. And then there's always the chance that I will have an additional exception before Endwalker is over, but I'd be shocked if it was more than 1. So we'll probably end off with like a grand total of 3. It's kind of nice, actually. Where the heck is the zombie guy? No, I don't want to be there. I want to be at the thingy. The Fields of Amber. Hello, little zombie man. Where are you at now? This is the beginning of Endwalker. We are just now at the second dungeon for Endwalker. So Tower of Babil. Does this still count as the Fields of Amber? I mean, I haven't got the pop-up, so... North and west-ish? Or south from the inn? I'm getting conflicting information. I will accept both of these pieces of information. Oh, there it is. South from the inn it is. Congratulations. If you use the XIV Hunt site, it'll route all of the... Well, I don't really like when things just plan stuff out for me. Like, I don't like to use Teamcraft for doing my crafts because I want to do it myself. I prefer doing it by hand, even if it's making the macro. Like, I'll just make the macro myself. So, like, I only really use XIV Hunts to find the spawn points for B ranks because those things are ridiculous. They'll just be absolutely anywhere and pretend like it makes sense. It is a success. Desert Coyote, Mount Biren Mines. Oh, super northwest. Okay. Ugh. But it is nice to know that I can just get a route. Worst case. Oh, doggy. I haven't played Lethal Company in a long time. Sorry, when me and my friends play Lethal Company, whoever gets to the ship first gets the joy and pleasure of being the person standing on top of the ship going, oh, hey, doggy, doggy, come here, doggy, and then gets everybody murdered. That's the true joy of playing Lethal Company. So, it just made me think of that immediately. I gotta play Lethal Company again sometime. Oh, hi, doggy. That, or you get to be the Infinite Horn, where you just sit there and you pull the horn so that none of your friends die and all of the dogs are at the front of the ship. Sometimes I like to be the Infinite Horn. Sometimes I like to get my friends killed. Depends on the day. You know where the Namazu B rank spawns? Because every hunt train we track him down and slap him. That's pretty sick, actually. Okay, I guess we'll just teleport around. I'm sure I have everything in most zones here. Shadowbringers, Lakeland, or something in most zones. Excuse me, video game, wherefore art thy hunted creatures? A wetland warg, yes, of course. Oh, and a hop trap, of course. I actually have these ones memorized. That'll take a second. Hop trap should be like right here, actually. If they're the ones I'm thinking of. Like right around there, and then the wargs are like there-ish. I vaguely remember where they are. I've got a general idea, you know. It's one of those. It's one of those. Oh, also, I keep forgetting that I don't have my cursor turned on, so when you see me circling where I think they are on the map, you're not actually seeing me do it. Now fall to the thunderclap. That's the Itachi Uchiha line from Naruto Naruto Ninja Storm 4. I don't remember. All I remember is Naruto Path of the Ninja 2! And that's about it. What a good game that was. I'll take some time, because we haven't talked about it since the start of stream. I will take some time and thank everybody that took the opportunity to get some of our little dudes from the New Guy Factory. Unfortunately, the New Guy Factory has burned down, so no further orders will be accepted, but all of the little guys that have been ordered will exist, and they will ideally ship out around August, but I will update you as I get the updates. It was, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be very straightforward and honest, okay? I was very worried making merch in the first place. I I'm at a weird point right now as a content creator where I kind of have to choose between the things that I believe I can do that will actually be successful, and the things that I have to throw in the garbage and keep consistently doing the other stuff that has worked instead. I was very worried about the merch. I was very worried. The initial so basically, I work with a company called Fourth Wall. They help me make the merch. They help me distribute it. They've been absolutely wonderful to work with. Very helpful the whole time. And but the pins being my first piece of merch was a very scary thing because unlike some of the other merch options that I was considering, the pins have a minimum required order that has to be hit. And so I said to myself, all right, either way, I'm just gonna get all of them. And basically, it was any that don't get pre-ordered, I just buy myself, and then we keep them in storage and have them up for sale until they run out. And we completely obliterated the number that we were supposed to hit for it as the bare minimum. So that was wonderful. That was very wonderful. It made me a lot more happy and confident with it. And I don't have to have 70 new guys shipped to my house sitting around in boxes. It was absolutely wonderful. Thank you very much for supporting the New Guy Factory. We will have more new guys at the New Guy Factory. I'm going to take a little bit before I do more because I don't, I have the level of self-awareness to understand that I probably should not just keep telling you to buy merch back to back to back releases, because you only have so much fun money that you can spend, and I don't want to be a terrible person. So we're going to take a good chunk of time before the next new guys are produced at the New Guy Factory, but we will definitely be doing more new guys. And then also, I know that looking at the orders and such, the biggest pain point, which I think we all kind of expected, was without a question the shipping. Shipping costs were miserable. So generally, I'm going to try and for future offer little bundles of guys so that when I'm making the new pins in the future, you can save yourself some shipping costs by getting multiple guys at once, hopefully. And that maybe will make life a lot easier and happier for everyone. We will see. We will see. I'm not sure just yet, but I'm gonna try my best. And we will... Oh, we have to go to the Vattenwerk. That's my favorite spot. And Father College Chamber is here. Okay, yeah. I remember these. Would have gotten one. It was like the same price of one pin as it is for the shipping. Yeah, that, again, that was the biggest problem that I've got with it. And I would like to try and mitigate that as much as possible. But, unfortunately, that is a very difficult one. So we shall see. What other than pins will be in the New Guy Factory? I'm not really sure yet. I'm kind of scared of doing other merch items in general, but that's just like the same level of fear that I had opening the New Guy Factory in the first place and making the first pin of like, I simply don't understand what would be worthwhile to make, you know? Like, what of the things that I can create and offer in a merch store is actually worth obtaining and buying? And what stuff is just me hitting the button and saying, haha, you should give me money, you know? I want to make the stuff that actually makes people happy. I have a really, really cool shirt design that I put together with Lanes a while ago that I'm probably not going to release for a very long time. That's gonna be like a Wrath Games hits a very large viewer milestone and believes that he can sell his cool merch ideas simply through the fact that, you know, I'm kind of cool. Because it's not like a merch shirt. It's not like a shirt with little designs of me on it or anything. It's just a really cool shirt and a specific kind of shirt that I like that does not exist anymore. And I wanted to make it and be like, yeah, this is cool. And I've got all the baseline for it and everything set up. But that one's definitely a future project. And I know not everybody is comfortable buying shirts, because shirts is a bit of a weird one. I feel like clothing in general. I've never really been big on purchasing clothing from places. How do I... No, I need to restart this sentence. I've never been a fan of just ordering clothes online, because basically every time I've done it, the sizing has been wrong. It's either been like way overwhelmingly too big or way overwhelmingly too small, and it's never actually fit comfortably. So, you know, that's a weird one to consider, but maybe one day. You know, and at the very least, I know that the folks at Fourth Wall are very used to doing clothing merch and the like, because that's one of their big things. So at least if I do choose to do it, we will have a very experienced team to help me out and get us set up wonderfully for it. You probably spring for a Bill pin. Okay, beautiful. Maybe a Steve pin. Maybe another solo. Maybe, perhaps, possibly. Hold on, wait a second. Maybe a little. Hold on. I'm gonna... What is this? Oh, that was one of my references. Welcome back, reference. I'm going to very quickly swap this over. And it was a thing for the stream a while ago of the sneak peek of upcoming merch. I'm just gonna real quick show that off again and see what you think. So we've got this little... Oh, God, that's gigantic. No, yeah, thank you. Please make him teeny tiny. Look at this little guy. Look at him. This could be a little guy. That's gonna be, that's one of the next pins. And then also, Steve gets a pin. Steve gets his own little pin. So that's gonna be some of the future stuff. I don't know if I will make a set of 3, because I was kind of imagining in my head, like, wow, if I make 2 more pins, then I can offer the 2 new pins, and I can offer a bundle where you buy 3 pins and you get 1 of each of them. Whoa, that would be cool. But I mean, if we want another instead, I could do that. I figured I would bring the soup guy back, but who knows? So those are the future dreams of pins. We shall put those together eventually. One of these days. I'm thinking probably, as of right now, my goal was to, if I did do multiple merch drops, it would be like, I'd have like at least like a 3 or 4 month buffer between them. So we'll maybe come back and see how we're feeling about new merch in like October-ish. But who knows? Who can truly know? I don't. I have no idea. In fact, I don't think I've ever had an idea. Ah. But that's more pins. I guess, you know, we're on the topic now. What do you want? I know that generally a lot of people's advice when doing these kind of things is that you shouldn't listen to the masses because they don't know what they want. But also, I don't know what you want either. So what do you want? What kind of little merch things would you like? I could make you a pet feeding mat. I could make you a desk mat. I could make you some stickers, maybe a mug. I could do a mug. I don't know if I could do acrylic standees. At least not through Fourth Wall. If I did that, I'd have to do it somewhere else. But want a big pizza? Okay, I can add that to the list. Next merch idea, big pizza. Where is this? City, swamps. Oh, okay, just down here. Is Solo Savior off the table for any and all merch ideas? I could do like, you know, it could be a cute little pin idea to have a Solo and Savior together. That could be nice. That could be cute. Wrath versus
Susano desk mat.
That would be pretty sick, actually. I like this idea. A genius idea. Ooh. Oh, excuse me. Kupo Kupo Adventure Desk Mat. Yeah, that would be great. I think I would be sued for that one, but that would be great. Alright, this is a lot of rank monsters up here. I gotta find the little leafy boy. Where's the little leafy guy? Hello, little leaf dude. Oh, there you are. You're just in a pot. Hiya. Oh, well, no, I feel bad. He's taking a little nap. He's not an enemy. Okay, and then last is Tempest, and then we are on to the other thingy. Hold on, I'm going to mute to take a drink. How do you get a scary blue boat pin? That one is one of my favorite jokes, I think, actually. That one might be one of my favorite jokes of the whole series. I'm sad that the blue boat joke ended. I have learned to accept something about myself recently. And that is, unfortunately, I believe one of my favorite forms of comedy, if not just my favorite form of comedy, is repetition. So just the worst, most nothing joke of all time, but repeated so many times and with increasing levels of insanity that it becomes the funniest thing ever. I think repetition is my favorite form of comedy. You don't say, Mr. New Guy Factory. Yeah, I mean, listen, come on. Golly gee willikers, am I glad there's no giant blue boats behind me. There's no way something like that would be there. That's it. We are moving on to Endwalker. Boom, boom, bow, 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 bow. Think repetition like you did during SOS just makes us feel like you're going insane, which is hilarious. Oh yeah, no, that one is the perfect example of it, actually. It's just that level of absolute blizzard. What am I, a black mage? You gotta regen your mana or something? Just come on, it's so good. I love it so very much. So buckle up, gamers, because you're gonna be getting a lot more, a lot more of that. God. It is a crime it didn't make it into the video. You're correct. I'm very sad that it was day 2 that mostly happened, so I didn't really have the space narratively to make the funny joke, and that was the point where it had to be serious. Truly depressing. That was definitely one of the better, probably the best point of the entire SOS grind, honestly. That was the best part by far. Hey. These guys are dying in multiple hits. They're supposed to die in 1 hit. Don't you know the script? I worked on this for weeks. Okay, I do have a question. How has the stream looked so far? Has it been slightly higher quality? Has it been less pixelated while I'm moving around maybe? Or is it exactly the same? Because I didn't get to do the 1440 like I was hoping for. But I did still bump up some other settings to hopefully make it nicer. Stream looks normal? Okay, unfortunate. A tragedy. Limited to 720. What do you mean limited to 720? It should at least have 1080. Ugh. Man, I really messed it up. Absolute tragedy. Okay, that sucks. I'm gonna have to mess with OBS a lot tonight. Try and at least get it back to the state it was in. What am I looking for? A giraffe. How can I miss a giraffe? There's no way. Where's the giraffe? Biggest little dude on the planet. Usually can catch these live. We want to congratulate you on the achievement. Oh, thank you. Thank you. It was very kind of you. I'm glad that I'm very happy to have your support. It means a lot. Thank you. Seems the same to you. Still have, okay. So YouTube size still has 1080. Maybe I have to update my oh, there's the giraffe. Maybe I have to update my multi-streaming plugin. Maybe I have to update something else, or maybe I just have to swap it. Because right now my OBS is set up so that YouTube is the main stream, is the main like stream input, and then I have a plugin that does the other bits, that does Twitch and lets me handle those. So maybe I have to do it the other way, where Twitch is the main one and then YouTube would be secondary. It seems that there is some sounds coming out of my right ear right now. You know, I do have a terrible fear of giant blue boats, so I really hope that's not the noise of a very specific giant blue boat mount that's standing behind me. There's no way that something like that would happen on a day like this, just out of nowhere. There's no way. You didn't. No. That would never. I'm not even gonna look around. I'm not even gonna look behind me. There's no way. There's just no way it could happen. Thank goodness there isn't a boat. We go to Broken Glass. I don't know if Broken Glass would even have. Oh my god, a boat! Oh wow. I was gonna say I don't think it would even have any hunts from the level 1 set, but I guess it does. Ice traps. There's not. We don't get many nuts out of these, but at least it's something. You know, I still think, you know, we're in the final days now. It's not literally, but we're in the final days now. Which means it's time for us to start nostalgically reminiscing about the entire series. Also, actually, before I continue that thought line and joke, I made some changes to the series playlist on YouTube. They added the new thing where I could set the playlist like as a show, and then the whole series is an episodic season-based show that you could binge in order properly. Has anyone used the playlist since that? I think that was like like 2 weeks ago, I think. It was a while ago now. Has anybody tried that at all? Has it made literally any difference? You can see it? Okay, well, at least you can see it. That's a brand new playlist setting that they just added like a couple weeks ago. And so I threw that on immediately. Because now it's very official and you can see the different seasons for solo only listed right there in the playlist. Let me actually just take a quick peek. Can I see playlist info? I can. All right, so it looks like it's had about 1,000 people using the show playlist so far. Which is, you know, not terrible for a brand new playlist and a brand new feature that nobody knows about yet. So that's pretty cool. Hopefully, if you desire to, I don't really know if that should make any feasible difference really, but hey, maybe, you never know. If you do end up going and binging through it, please let me know how it goes and let me know if there's anything that like actually makes a difference viewing wise for you. Maybe it turns into like a Netflix thing where you pop back into YouTube and it's like, oh, do you want to continue where you left off in the series? Ooh, or something like that. I don't know. How do I get to Labyrinthos? Because I never, oh, there it is. I never got the Aetheryte down there. I don't know if I could get the Aetheryte down there. Oh, you know what? I can just do this. Love getting jump scared by Solo Season 1 Top Knot. Honestly, I should bring that back. I have been considering bringing it back for the final season and just making you look at his top knot for the very end of the show. That would be pretty sick. Can we do a stream of creators' commentary for the episodes? Honestly, that would be sick. Now that you mention it. Yeah. Yeah, maybe we will. We could do a little series wrap up with that. Hello, welcome, Disrespect. It is a pleasure to see you. If you know what a RuneScape Iron Man is, it's basically that, but in Final Fantasy XIV. If you don't, I'm sorry for confusing you further. Golly gee willikers. It would probably have to be like, I'd set out like a 4-day marathon or something, and then we'd watch maybe 4 hours a day. How long is the series at this point? Oh God, how long is that YouTube series at this point? I can base it off the super. I know the supercuts have a lot of stuff cut out of it, but I can still base it off the supercuts. Hold on. Just go to channel, playlists, supercuts. 10, 13, 16 hours. The solo only series is, as of right now, a 16-hour binge watch. Never watched the supercuts, didn't realize you cut some stuff. I mean, I cut like little bits from the most recent ones, but the ARR I did a lot of cuts. I tried to really fix up the whole pacing for the ARR one when I did that super cut. Longer than the extended Lord of the Rings. Yeah, wow. I can't believe it. I'm better than Lord of the Rings. Oh, God. The recent ones are only missing the intros and outros. The ARR one is the one that I took the most actual, like, content out of. But if I remember right, I cut the... It's been a long time since I worked on the ARR one. I know the original plan was that I was going to cut most of the day counts. At least from the start, where the day counts were, like, just kind of obnoxious. And otherwise, but, yeah, I don't know. What am I looking for? Matato. Oh, there. Oh my god, that's far. And then you are the Hatching Canal. Oh, right up here. Okay, perfect. Boom, boom. Would 10,000% watch solo only playlist rather than suffer the Lord of the Rings movies again? How could you? How could you? This is my favorite movies of all time. No. But thank you. It is very high praise. It is very appreciated. All of the new music on my raid playlist is solely due to you using Dependent Weakling for Bismarck. Thank you. I miss when I used near music. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wish I did that again. I can't. But I wish I did. I was going to use a near song for Susano. I was actually going to use a Final Fantasy 14 near song for Susano. It was a medley one that I can't remember the name of. Weight of the World, I think? It's the Copied Factory final boss one. Actually, no, it might be the last boss of Puppets. Whichever one is the, like, goopy lady that turns into the ball of swords or whatever. That one. And yeah, I kept getting copyright struck whenever I used it because instead of it thinking that it was the Final Fantasy 14 song, they thought that it was a cover song of the original Nier song that is mixed in with it as the medley. So it was unusable. I could not get around it. So instead, we went with just the, we just went with the song that I did there. Yeah, and since then, I've been kind of about using any other music. That and the Bravely Default music has been giving me a lot of trouble recently. They keep trying to smack my old videos with the copyrights for that, and then I'm like, nah, but what if you didn't? And then they say, okay, and then they don't. So that happens once every couple months. Boom. Boom, boom. The goopy lady that transforms into a ball of swords. Listen, they got it. They know what I'm talking about. They understand me. Why could I not get here? Do I have to go there? Is it this way? I can't jump down? This is ridiculous. I'm filing a complaint with HR immediately. Shorelands are great with barrier magic to keep people from walking off these cliffs to lower levels. It's very important. It would be an OSHA violation otherwise. This is a workplace, you know. As weird as it may be, this whole thing is a workplace. Let me through! Let me in! You're gonna make you... How many? For 3 nuts? I'm not walking the whole way around for 3 nuts. I'm going back. It's not happening. I'm not doing that. That's like a 20-minute walk. No, thank you. Absolutely not. Are you crazy? Okay. Back to it. Golly gee willikers. Bow. Bow. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, bow, bow. Yeah, you do gotta be... Wow, I didn't even realize it until it was about to come out of my own mouth. You have to be nuts to go that far. I am this close to banning you. This close. Okay. I would like... Okay, we have 244 nuts. We could get pants and then 1 other item. We could get all 3 of the helmet, gloves, and boots. Or we could get 4 accessories. Yeah, because it'll be 220 for accessories. 220 for 4 accessories. Why? That's literally your kind of humor? Because I'm upset that I wasn't funny enough to come up with it. That's why. Pant? Okay. Pant. Yeah, I think the defense is definitely one of the bigger ones, but I also just need big DPS, and you know what? Bow. Bow. Bow, bow. Do, 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 do. Hello, how's it going? Welcome, game. Get the cat? No. I'm not getting the cat. I did all of this for gear. Let me actually do item comparisons here. So, again, 80 strength. That's the main thing I care about. 80 strength, I lose a bit of crit, I gain 257 determination. That's a big jump for consistent damage, so that will be nice. What about accessories? 40... Okay, so strength-wise, if I got 4 accessories, I'm gaining 160 total strength. I gain half of that with just the pants. Crit skill speed isn't ideal. Crit tenacity is not ideal. Crit skill speed is not ideal. Okay, so I guess crit tenacity then. 50. So 130. And then I could theoretically buy 1 accessory. So 170. I will get more strength doing pants plus other bits. Okay. Fending. We'll go with boots. You're joking. Oh my god! Okay. Fine. Here we go. Alright, everybody. I hope we're ready for the long walk. This is gonna be 30 minutes. Okay. Okay. Alright. Wow. You know, sometimes I feel like the universe does just always give me the funniest possible outcome. It's always the funniest it could possibly be. Yoshi P personally went into my game and said, I know he's gonna go for hunt marks today. I'm gonna steal one nut so that he has to go for the terrible one. Wow, an Aether Current. Isn't that cool, everyone? I get to torment you with those as long as I want. Until I get the MSQ Aether Current, you get to suffer and see those every time I walk past them. Have fun. Boom. 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 Wrath, why? Because it's my little way of getting my revenge. Basically get no use out of flight anyways, since you don't unlock it until you're heading into the end of 6.0. Yes, but it is required that I get flight in every Endwalker zone. That is a requirement that I gave you. It is my gift to you. Look, there's the little Mandragoras. There's the little guys. The Onion Knights. Really will be an end of an era when solo only finishes. I don't know what to do next still. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have a list of stuff that I've been staring at for a while. And the existential dread is starting to set in, you know? I look at that list and I say to myself every single time, which of these could possibly follow up solo only? Which one? No, there's none. The answer is 0. So it's gonna be a weird one for me. That's gonna be, I'm gonna be honest with you. When Solo has his final episode release, when the finale releases to everything, I'm taking a break. I'm gonna take like at least a month off. Month off from streams, month off from videos, so that I can go and secretly start a whole new thing. I'll just have Tandoori work in the background. Oh, speaking of, I owe Tandoori something. Hold on, wait a minute. wait, hold on. Just bear with me for a minute. Wrath. It's live. Live. Where? These. Testing the limit. One more chain. Final prep day. Hades. The return. Where? What? Where did I stream Yapper? Was Professional Yapper streamed on Wrath Games? Oh my god, they were! Uh, 1.5 hours, 4 hours. So 5.5 hours. 6, 7, 8 hours? 11, 13. So like total 15-ish hours. I'm gonna do this and then. Think so. Okay, sorry. I told Tandoori I would check something for them, and then I completely forgot. Completely forgot. Hi, Pio. How's it going? What? Well, it's good to see you, Pio. Your streams are all in Wrath Games? The stream channel on YouTube is unused. No. I just couldn't remember, because I did my stream channel up to Hades. And I'm pretty sure Professional Yapper was the thing I did while we were waiting on Hades. So, like, I figured that it would still be on Wrath Live. But, yeah, I guess not. What am I doing here? Oh, yeah, there's a guy. Hello, guy. You have caused me a lot of grief. Next time, be somewhere more easily accessible. Otherwise, you will be hearing from my lawyer. All right. Made Wrath Live to avoid spoilers. Wouldn't make sense to have Yapper on there. Yeah, no, you know what? You're right. That does make sense. Also it was a good chance for me to transition back. Be somewhere more accessible, or Wrath will kill you. Except Wrath will also kill you now for not being somewhere accessible. So, you know, it's up to you which you think is the better option. Crit or determination skill speed, absolutely not. Crit tenacity, probably not. Crit determination, maybe. Crit determination it is. Thank you very much. And now we have 2 nuts remaining. Okay, I can't put on any new shoes. I'm gonna just real quick throw some shoes in the garbage and throw some pants in the garbage. Not item comparison. Equip, please, I beg, thank you. There we go. Now we have our brand new... What? 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 Okay. Cool. Alright. That would be... Especially made of pure metal? That would be the most uncomfortable thing in the universe. It's only 4 toes. Congratulations. Final Fantasy XIV characters now, canonically, only have 4 toes. Congratulations. 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 Cool. Epic. Just remember, anytime you're walking around in Final Fantasy XIV from now on, remember that your character only has 4 toes. Anima won't be ready for those grippers. Don't ever say that to me ever again. Oh my god, what a sentence. Oh god. Oh. I'm going in. Silence echoed. As a start. I don't have any pizza. No, I'm not. What a good clear, everyone. Great job. Great job. Great job. Amazing. Incredible. Pizza time. I require 1 more blood tomato so that we can make our pizza so high qual. They will be a tasty snack that gets us to not fall. The mozzarella is purchased from the script exchange. Don't ask about the peppermint, or your life will be changed. We are going to go now and gather tomatoes. We must go get them from the bush so we can kill our foes. What? Sorry, I got a little distracted there. Alamigo pizzas. Freedom's never tasted so good. Thank you. Flawless. Incredible. What a perfect follow-up to that. Sorry, where are these things? I need my tomatoes. Of course, they are the woolen way. We shall be off. Of course. I'm quite used to this. It's about 10-hour version of the pizza anthem. No, I'm not, you don't get more pizza anthem. Will there ever be an upgrade to pizza before the end of 6.0? Yeah, probably. It depends on if we can, That's a good question, actually. That will depend very heavily on the level 90 recipes. And I mean, I just culinarian's level 100. As soon as I can unlock the scripts, which is over at Rods at Han, we can check. My warrior stew, please. Thank you. All script vendors are the same. Yes, but we have to unlock the level 90 script vendor at the level 90 script vendor's location first, and then we can buy it from any of the script vendors from there. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's a little bit of a run, but I kind of want to do that now, because that's... I would like to see... I'd like to get an idea of what foods we'll even have as options. So yeah, let's maybe just real quick jump over there and do that. That will be worthwhile. You're not gonna eat pizza for 10 hours straight, are you? I would. No, the scripts shouldn't be MSQ locked. That should just be level locked. There should, if I remember right, there should be a quest in Radzatan where it's like, Go West Craftsman Part 47, where we unlock the script vendor here if we have a high enough level, crafter. But we shall see. We might as well hop over and check. Word. 10 hours of solo eating pizza emote, listening to the pizza anthem. You know what? If I remember to do it when I make this video, when I go through and make and put the pizza anthem into the video, if I remember, I will give you some B-roll shots of solo eating pizza while that happens. Radzatan is not MSQ locked. We just walked in earlier. The teleport is MSQ locked, but we can go there all we want. Script vendor is MSQ locked. You have to finish base Endwalker. Okay. We will check anyway. Boom, 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 boom. Pumpkin potage is apparently also a good option. Oh, Saikon Bavois. I used to use that all the time. So I'd probably go with this, but I'm sure most of those materials will be inaccessible. Expanding House of Splendors. That looks like it should be the quest. Theoretically, we'll see. Hawaiian pizza, yay or nay? I am a savory purist. Nay. What was that? Is that it? $90. Yeah, there it is. Wow. There it is. Level 90 scripts is unlocked. It's just that easy. It's just that easy. Best day of my life. Okay, so scripts we will have access to. I'm actually going to grab the master recipes then. What master recipes is this? 9 and 10? Oh, man. Wait, I already have that. What? Oh! I already have it. When did I get that? A Baba Ganoush! But I want to make baba ganoush. That's the greatest sounding food of all time. Tandoori? That's my editor. Tragic that it's spell speed. I would love to make tandoori. Rocco flour. Baked eggplant looks like it's the one that I would want to go with. My gatherers probably aren't a high enough level to see most of these right now. Yeah, this is the first time in a while that my gatherers have been so far behind, so... Aether Sand might be difficult. I'm actually gonna pull up the level 90 materials so I can see which ones are just grab. Okay, dark eggplant. Or the Brocco flower, so I know I can get those. Garlian cheese is Ovibos milk, but that's a level 84, so I can already make that. Frantoia oil I have access to right now. Giant Popoto is the only thing... Got my hopes up with Giant Pumpkin for a second there. Giant Popoto is the only thing I'm missing. Aside from the Earthbreak Aether Sand. Hold on. Giant Popoto. Free Company Submarine Ventures, okay? I'm not gonna be doing that video game, but sure. No, okay, we can't get that for a while. We'll be able to get that before the end of Endwalker, but that's going to be very late. But at the very least, it's accessible. Okay, this will be our goal food then, will be baked eggplant. That'll probably be the final food that we go with. Until then, yeah, pizza. It's gonna be hard to beat pizza for a while. Okay. Now... we can babble. Unrestricted silence echo. And hopefully this will be a particularly significant difference. If not, then we have full unrestricted at least. Oh yeah, I've got no concerns if I can pull numbers like this right now. If I'm able to drop these things that quickly with basically one combo, we should be set for final boss even without the epic echo. Wonder if Beastmaster will be any good for solo content. Since it's a limited job, unfortunately, it'll still be the same vein of I just can't ever use it to progress, so there's no reason to have it, because it won't be able to progress the MSQ. But, like, on its own, for individual purposes, I don't know. That's a good question. It would be pretty difficult to make something more powerful than Blue Mage, but I think Beastmaster has an opportunity to be a lot more powerful than Blue Mage if they do it through the medium of you become your own party. If you do it through the medium of your little dudes become the party themselves. You have a beast that you can summon that tanks for a bit or something like that, you know? I doubt that's what they're going to do, because we kind of got rid of pets like that a while ago, but I think that's the only way I can imagine it being, like, considerably stronger than Blue Mage and replacing it. Epic Echo isn't in N1. There's no Epic Echo. Oh, wow. I don't even have to have Silence Echo on. That's fantastic. Well, I guess that means if we're not doing it now, then we're not doing it. Good luck. Defense-wise, they're still dealing some pretty significant damage to me, but at the very least, my damage against them is doing good. Yes, we've gotten to Enrage for final boss so far. Unfortunately, the Enrage does make it not level syncable, because we only got to around 45% health through the Enrage, but this should very comfortably handle that. Oh god, what a hit. 43k for that. And that's with Rampart up, so that's 20% reduction. Yeah, it really was the best dungeon we have had in, like, at least 2 expansions with the amount of time we had left going into final. I had basically half of the dungeon's time left getting to the last set of ads, but that Enrage is just undoable, and there's not a single class that could make up for it because of this boss here. As you will see, the constant party stacks that they do is just too much for any non-tank to handle. But it would have to be a non-tank to be able to make it through the enrage timer. It's basically a party stack after every mechanic. Warrior can heal that much. There's no DPS in the universe that can other than Red Mage, but Red Mage wouldn't survive the first one, because that's physical damage for the party stack if I saw it correctly, and physical damage party stack will kill Red Mage no matter what. It just doesn't have the physical defense for it. Gunbreaker could be a decent compromise between tank survive and DPS damage. That's true. I haven't done Gunbreaker in a long time, but you're not wrong. If I end up having too much trouble with Warrior, we can always try a different tank. I have the gear set up all except the weapon at this point to be able to do any class for it, or any of the tanks for it. It's just level-wise that they'd need to hit. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Funbreaker as in fun class, or Funbreaker as in destroys the fun, not fun class? That's the question. Speaking of questions, I had a question that I was going to ask a million years ago for a funny lead into a joke, but I never actually did it because we got distracted talking about something else. So I'll do that now. Now that we're basically at the end of Solo Only's life and we're at the final season, this is the point where we can start pretending like the first part of the series has become nostalgic. I don't know why I said pretending there, but because the start of the series will become nostalgic. And so we can start reminiscing over our favorite jokes for the whole series. What did you think, everyone? I think my favorite joke for the whole series is the joke where everybody gave me a lot of money. But no, unironically, probably one of my favorite jokes was the shirt, no shirt war. That was pretty good. Shirt, no shirt war was very, very long time ago. And nearly when I started streaming in the first place. So like, that was a very nice confidence boost to the whole people want to support me thing. It was pretty wacky. Also definitely one of the funniest chat interactions I've had. But that was a very long time ago. That New Guy Factory wasn't Solo. New Guy Factory was the fishing marathon, so I can't say no, I can't say that one. I also, one of my favorites is calling every boss that's name starts with an L Luigi. That's definitely a good one for me. I enjoyed the sudden cut to buying the skip for Savior. Thank you. Thank you. That one was great. Favorite joke is Solo's original hairstyle. That wasn't a joke. That was real. Thought New Guy Factory came from Anamnesis Sanity. No. It was the New Guy Factory joke was the 22-hour fishing marathon. That was when was that the Tank Buster of 87? Thank you. Yeah, peak. And green eyes, the green eye Mandela effect is absolutely a good one. Yeah. But yeah, New Guy Factory, I believe we started the New Guy Factory joke when I was fishing for the Greater Serpent of Ronka. What are your thoughts on Jimothy? Jimothy is perfection. We love Jimothy in this household. Favorite early joke was the Matsumoto clip, but I understand why we had to move away from that. Oh, the that was like first episode, wasn't it? The me being rich one. And I am absolutely rich. Ooh. Yeah, that one. Yeah, unfortunately, very difficult to cut in external video to things, but the Matsumoto clip, also known as Japanese guy winning game show and freaking out. Oh! Yeah, that was episode 1. Man, really long time ago. Haven't watched season 1 in a long time. Season 1, yeah, I can't say I've watched it in a long time either. It wasn't that long ago that I started rewatching it, but I haven't actually proper rewatched it for a while. I miss Shield Bro. The Shield Bro joke was great. Oh my god, what was the quote? Great job, boss. This is why you're the best, or something like that. That one was fantastic. That was the best cut I've ever had. Man. Also love the start of the Malord joke. I like the worm joke as well, when I became a worm. And then you would support me and love me if I was a worm, but you absolutely would not if I became a Minecraft YouTuber. Well, joke's on you, that's happening anyway. Oh god. How did that start? I don't remember, but I think that was Dusk Vigil. I think I remember that being Dusk Vigil while I was attempting it on Gunbreaker. Is Felcleave still a gain on 3? Yes, it is. Actually, level 100, so I'm not sure about that. That's a good question. Someone said good jest, my lord, and it caught on. Yeah, that sounds about right. I think it was a good jest, my lord. Very funny joke, my lord, in that Dusk Vigil segment. And then I said, can you just call me my lord from now on? That's fantastic. Felcleave is always a game. There is no other button. Okay. I'll believe you. Frog only? Yeah, we haven't been in Palace in a long time, thankfully. Oh, hello, Luigi. Look, this guy's Luigi. Look at him. Oh, I love Luigi. It's especially perfect if the name starts LU, because then it really is Luigi. Luigi House but at Mansion, also a good one, but that's unfortunately Luigi House but at Mansion is a Simple Flips exclusive. I can't steal that one. Just like Burger, you should do it. Go support Simple Flips. The Bupker plush now available for the next 3 days, 4 days. Go get a plush from Simple. Advertising for other random content creators. Why not? Sure. We advertised the Girl DM Nyakiri pre-order a while ago. That was pretty good. I still have to buy one of those myself. I could use a new knife. Oh yes, and the notorious SM64 speedrun cheater JJ902. For anyone gullible like me, I spent that whole video thinking that it was real. I promise you, it isn't. That's a Simple Flips exclusive. You could say literally anything about the Hildebrand questline, and I would consider it to be a spoiler. Because golly gee willikers, who knows what they do with those quests? Who knows? You could tell me that my man goes to the moon, and I would believe it, you know? We're actually doing cosmic exploration for Hildebrand. I would truly and honestly believe that. He goes to the moon in 1.0, actually. Oh, really? I don't think we could count any time that Godbert punches him up to the moon or his mother. Oh, control terminal. Bow. Bow. Hildebrand is why Dalaman fell confirmed. Oh my god. Hey, do you want to see me do something crazy? Next time you come in here and your tank doesn't full pull this entire area, you could tell them, be like, oh, never mind. You could tell them, what would solo only do? And the answer would be pull every enemy and immediately die. Unfortunately, we don't get to pull every enemy. Hunt gear upgrade's very noticeable. Unrestricted also very noticeable. I am very confident that we will be able to handle this from here. Thank you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, Dusk Vigil is only for Aether Current over in that zone. I didn't have flight there for a long time because of how difficult Dusk Vigil was for solo. That first boss is basically impossible without Blue Mage Doom. I feel like the Hildebrand questline is the kind of thing that you just have to put down and pick up every once in a while. I don't know if I could ever be the guy that does the Hildebrand questline on release. Like, I'm many expansions behind on Hildebrand, personally. I think the last time I did Hildebrand, I might be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure the last time I did Hildebrand was, Heavensward. But I didn't do all of the Heavensward set, I don't think. We went on a date. We had we attached a robotic arm to our foreheads to increase our movement efficacy. And that's all I remember from the Hildebrand story. Okay, I also remember that it is very soon where we have this enrage, so I'm going to save most of my burst. I wonder if you could use a dash to save yourself there. Good luck. Nope, 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 nope. There we go. Much better. Okay. Whew. All good. Okay. Still at 25% of the enrage left. Very, very, very comfortable. Yeah, that's unfortunately the JoJo's there is very accurate. Really opened to arm's length, that one. Now my question is if we do it again or not. This is safe. Why does Boundless Pain have bounds? Is he stupid? Oh my god. I don't like that movement. That seems to imply that we're moving on to something, and that makes me worried that we're going to get a second enrage. If after this we go to cycle, we're fine. It would be right after Boundless Pain again. Okay, we are fine. Can't think of a non-savage boss that repeats an enrage sequence. Well, the only thing is that it's very slightly different. Most of them is format-wise, just completely different from how this one is set up. So it's there's always the chance when it's such an outlier that it is actually just a thing that cycles in the fight that nobody's ever considered before. Because that wasn't a phase change, and it wasn't a health-wise, it was just a specific part of the mechanics that brought it to happen. I'm not sure if it can even be one of the back ones, but we've gotten particularly lucky that it's always in view. Don't have to stop DPS for even a second to find where it is. Goodbye, Anima. Unfortunate that we weren't able to level sync it. That enrage is absolutely insane. But a comfortable clear all the same. Ah, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Congratulations. That's both dungeons, right? Well, I can throw those in the garbage. I was hoping for like a minion or something. That's both dungeons, so next up is first trial. Let's, If I stream more and make it to the next trial... Ugh. Dang it. Well, that sucks. Alright. Fine. Before anything else... Let's go get the aetherite, or the aether currents, man. Well, I figure that, the ghost is at work right now, and I get to be background noise for her while she works. So if I just continue streaming, then the ghost gets more background noise time, which theoretically is a good thing. I am required by streamer law. Now that the quests no longer limit it, I have to get flight for the zone. Ah, here we go. The incoming duty is our favorite MSQ duty? I don't... My favorite MSQ duty is at the very end. I don't remember... this next one at all, actually. They did nerf In From the Cold, the one that we did last time, but I had a lot of fun with In From the Cold. In From the Cold was fantastic. Yeah, I also did original In From the Cold, and it was very, very nice, but, I don't know what any other ones would be. I know you're up to no good. Alright, here we go. Once again. Sneaky. It's just like when I play Payday 2 with my friends. Payday the Heist with my friends. You may ask, but Rathalos J Gaming, Payday 2, that came out so long ago. What about Payday 3? And my answer to you is Lamau? I basically haven't touched Payday 3 since the release week. So I don't even know if they've fixed any of the problems that people have had at all. I absolutely despised it. What was it? The required online and the fact that the servers didn't work, so the first day you just literally couldn't play it. I had gotten it for the stream. I got it to do a stream of it. And then on the day that I tried to stream it, there was just, I literally couldn't play. I sat around jumping in the tutorial for like an hour and a half. Don't say it's been a few years. That hurts. That hurts my soul. This quest is messed up, dude. Happy Tower Day, Happy Tower Day. Last played December 2023. Oh, my soul. I don't want to get even close because I don't know what he's gonna do. What's the next one? He's gonna run circles around that tiny tree and I have to try and get him there? Or he's gonna run back over here and grab me? I don't know. This can't be. Oh, okay. Quest done. Hello, child. Your house no longer exists. They're gonna make me do it again? No, okay, I just have to save him. Alright, that's fine. How would your mother feel if something were to happen to you, tiny child? I wouldn't know. I never had a mother. Neither of my parents showed up for my birth. Just like Doofenshmirtz. Solo just spawned in as a fully grown Elysian man. Honestly, true and real. I have a question. Without spoilers, for me, please, if you wouldn't mind. I have been watching Slime with the ghost, okay? We are only just now reaching content that I have, or not just now. Last season, we reached the stuff that I've never seen before. Like kind of halfway through last season, I guess. No spoilers, but the last time I talked about Slime, everybody told me that season 3 is really slow because season 3 is like the fully political arc, okay? And I expect the political arcs in Slime, okay? That time I got reincarnated as a slime, it is a wonderful anime. So like, but I was informed that it is all political arc, but I'm pretty sure we just watched that, right? I'm pretty sure that maybe when people were saying that season 3 is like the really long political arc, maybe they were talking about season 2 part 2, where we have the third opener and it's theoretically season 3, but it's not listed as season 3. Because golly gee willikers, that was a lot. And if that wasn't the political slow bit and it goes even crazier, then I'm gonna need some gamer juice to get me through that. Some fruit punch and some tasty snacks. Maybe some chicken wings. Oh, you know what? Speaking of chicken wings, I went to one of my local Asian stores yesterday and browsed around in the meats that they had. And I saw on the list that they had duck wings as an option. And I gotta be honest, I've never heard of someone cooking duck wings, even not even from my family. So that sounds a little crazy, but also it sounds absolutely delicious. As someone who has read the light novel up to the current content, yeah, political art is the season 2 bit, and there's a bit more, but the action starts in season 3. So okay, all right. Yeah, I've had duck before, but never duck wings. So yeah, they were unfortunately out of stock when I went, but I am hoping that they will not be out of stock in a couple weeks or something, and then I'll just pop back and see. Fingers crossed. I hope it will be delicious because I love duck. It is very rare that I have duck, but I basically only have it on Chinese New Year. So like that one's more of the family tradition side of it, but too sympathetic to ducks to eat them. Very understandable. I definitely get. I'm not the kind of person that's going to tell you that you're hypocritical for like not eating one animal but eating others. Like I get it. I understand. Part of me is really at that point with a lot of okay, it's the same quest. All right. Part of me is getting to that point with a lot of different animals personally. One of the biggest ones is like octopus. That's just because octopuses are extremely intelligent in the same way that, like, I would never eat whale just because the level of intelligence of the animal is almost equivalent to human-like intelligence. So that's a little bit much for me. So I get it. I very much understand. But takoyaki is delicious. Yeah, I'm like on the fence with it. I'm definitely a cut down on it as much as I can, but definitely one of the very comfortable. You have no need to fear. I absolutely get it. And golly gee willikers, do I feel the same way? Calamari is probably one of my favorite appetizers. But that's squid. And I don't think squids are as smart as octopi. But I've never checked. So if your barrier of entry is level of intelligence, would that mean that you'd be down to eat a Twitch chatter? If it was not... Firstly... Oh my god. I'm going to choose to not answer that question, actually. We're just gonna cut it there. Oh my god. Boom. Bing. 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 Wrath cannot escape the allegations. Legally, I cannot tell you to eat it. Cannibalism alert? No. Never. Google searching, are squids smart? Unironically, because now I'm curious. You know what? Me too, actually. Hold on. Are squids smart? So far, they hit me with a solid maybe. You're wrong, they do have brains. Apparently they're donut shaped. That's, oh, little donut brains. You telling me when I eat the rings in calamari, I'm eating brain? 100 yalms to the west. Okay, now it is time. Oh. Oh no, I have to climb for that one. It looks like we've hit a snag in this one, everybody. I'm never gonna be able to get that aether current, so we're gonna have to come back and try this again another day. Oh, what a tragedy. Oh, how could we? Kinda hungry. Don't really know what to eat though. Boom. You know what I have to do? You know what? Yeah, I'm thinking about it now, but when I take the ghost said it, when I take my month off, when solo is done, that'll be the month where I go and do my Japan trip. That'll be it. That's the big fancy Japan trip time, so long as I am legally able to. And then I can I can make the Japan trip a funny little video, just like I made my TwitchCon trip into a video. Wow. I really like this silly little vlog style I did for that. Just the little sporadic moments and then not much else. I think that was nice. 3 years on and so close to the finish. Are there any ruminations on the game that have come to you over your time doing this? I like Final Fantasy 14. I like it a lot. Oh, solo plushie, true. Why would you legally not be allowed? Well, theoretically, I have, right now I am in Canada, right? I've come to Canada, and I would like to remain here, for the purpose of being with the ghost. So for me to remain here, I have to go through the proper legal procedures, one of which is the getting back in part. So if I ever leave, as of right now, I am here on visiting visa, right? I'm here to visit. If I leave, theoretically, you could stay on a visiting visa from the US for 6 months before you have to get the heck out of there. You can ask for an extension to that time with something called a visitor record. So I submitted and was accepted and approved for my visitor record, which allowed me to stay until end of this year, basically. Right now, I put in my fancy paperwork for PR, and then at this point, if I leave Canada, because the only thing that's letting me stay here right now is the visitor record, they will not let me back in because of the amount of time I spent here within the last year, which is the last year. So if I want to be able to go and travel to other countries, I need to get a proper temporary residence or permanent residence that allows me to come back. And so if I get the stuff that lets me go back, then yeah, I will go to Japan. The Japan trip of my dreams. One of these days is gonna happen. I swear. I've been planning it since like 2014. One of these days is gonna happen. At least right now, the paperwork is done. So, this is the anxiety-inducing part where all I can do is sit and wait. Theoretically, I am sitting and I am waiting until I get something called an acknowledgement of receipt, which is a letter from the Canadian government saying, hey, you submitted a PR application. You did not submit anything incorrectly. All of the stuff that you sent was the correct files and the like. There were no issues with receiving it. The receipt of acknowledgement or acknowledgement of receipt. It's an AOR. I can't remember which one it is, but and then with that sheet of paper, I then get to sit here and wait for 26 months with current timings to see if I can stay forever. Prior to that, as soon as I get that funny little piece of paper, I get to go to Canada again. Well, not go to, but I get to go to the Canadian government again, and I get to be like, hey, I have this funny piece of paper that says I am currently waiting for my permanent residence to go through. I would like to apply for a work permit so that I can have proper residency here, and so that I can continue to exist in case I need to get a job here while I am doing the things. And so I will apply for that. And then if they give me that, then I will have temporary residence, and that will allow me to go back and forth. So until I have that, I don't get to go to fan fests, and I can't have my fun Japan trip. But it will be worth the wait. It will be worth the wait indeed. My lord goes to Japan, Yoshi P tracks him down and slaps him in the face with a helicopter for having the gall to play his video game incorrectly. No, he would never do that to me. Come on. Come on, he would never do that to me. Yoshi P, alright, congratulations. I can now fly in Garlemald. Are you happy? Is this what you wanted? Is this everything that you were hoping for? Congratulations, chat. You have been given the full update on Rathalos J Gaming's life. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Also true, you are never happy. This is correct. Thank you for the 15 months, Inquisitor Thomas. Thank you, Prince Brightstar, for the 22 months. Thank you, Prison, for the 29 months. And thank you, Bitcoin Soup, for the Prime. And thank you, Necrofits, for the 14 months. It is very kind of all of you for the support. Thank you very much to everybody that decided to get a little Rathalos J Gaming pin. I hope that you will enjoy it as soon as it arrives. I will let you know when it should be shipping out. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much for the Prime, Wushin. It's very kind of you, very kind of you. We're gonna hit the funny button. Hello, Grahatia. A trip to the moon.
Long, long before Dalamud was forged to imprison an Elder Primal, the eldest of them all, savior of the star, was sealed within a moon of his own. Souls sacrificed to grant him life still slumber and dream of the day he and we will be made whole. Here he waits, in this cold, barren place, his cradle and his grave. Silent lamentations and prayers of hope echo soundlessly to a sundered star, adrift and alone.
We're gonna go even higher. I'm pissing on the moon! That's right, Obama! I pissed on the moon, you idiot! Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Cancel Wrath Games? No! I've actually been talking about this a bit, but we've done it. It's my moon now. Solo is on the moon. Thank you for stopping in, gamers. We are going to go and raid someone. Who are we raiding? Denmo. Alright everyone, it was good to see you. Say hi to Denmo for me. It was very nice of you to stop by. I hope you have a wonderful time. I hope you have a great day. Thank you Thank you for stopping in for the stream. And I will see you next time for Big Scary Boss. Kremlo, you traitor. What do you mean you were already watching Denmo? You're not allowed. What? How